up? We are back and we are black. We back in this bitch. Hey. What is going on? This is your boy, Warren G. You already know I'm in the place to be. Where else the fuck would I rather be? This is the typical No I Don't Know podcast. There's no motherfucker I don't know. So for all y'all motherfuckers act like y'all know, guilty nigga, you don't know. Stop. You don't know what the fuck is going on. You think you know, but the more you know, you don't know. So stop it, motherfuckers. Manslaughter shit going on. Shout out to all my motherfuckers that's out there handling business, doing what the fuck they need to do to survive. Shout out to all my finessing motherfuckers that's trying to survive, but got that last bit of finesse in them. Shout out to you too, motherfucker. Shout out to, you know what? Shout out to all my bitches that's out there, you know, doing what the fuck they need to do. All my, you know, you got the women that's out there handling business, then I got, you know, the bitches, then you got the hoes that's out there still doing this COVID-19, still trying to slang some pussy. Still trying to do what the fuck they need to do to survive. So shout out to them. Let's give yourselves a hand. Give yourselves a hand. So shout out to you. You know what I mean? Because I know you working hard and aimlessly working to survive and do what the fuck you need to do. So shout out to you and give yourselves a hand. And shout out to motherfuckers, like I said before, that's just sitting around the goddamn house and not doing shit. And I'm not talking about because it's COVID-19. I'm talking about niggas that wasn't doing shit before COVID. I'm talking about last year. I'm talking about those same niggas that's making excuses about COVID this year. Shit, man, they can't even go get no job right now, man. Shit, COVID. Yeah, man, you right. Shit, man. They can't even go to the store right now, nigga, COVID. Yeah, you right. Man, but you been talking that shit before COVID. What you mean? Nigga talking about I ain't got no job, man. It wasn't no COVID last year, nigga. So stop it. You know motherfuckers right now trying to run and scam the system. So shout out to all you motherfuckers talking about, oh man, I've been exposed. That bullshit, stop. Stop. You better stop playing with that shit before your ass fuck around and really get exposed. And shout out to everybody that's patiently waiting for this sports to start. That's what y'all niggas get. Shut it down. Ain't no goddamn sports. So shout out to all you real motherfuckers out there that see beyond the reasoning and narrative that they gave us. So shout out to all my real thinkers, the motherfuckers that think outside the box. Not the motherfuckers that's like, man, shit, the NBA come back. So shit, yeah, nigga. What NBA? When the shit is shut down? And shout out to all you motherfuckers jumping around the goddamn Raider Stadium, that raggedy ass Allegiant Stadium out here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, guess what, clowns? You won't be going to no goddamn football games, cause ain't no motherfucking football games. Season about to be canceled. Let's y'all fucking get. I hope they crash this motherfucker to the ground. Shout out to all my motherfuckers that's waiting for it to crash so you can go buy up all that stock and buy you a nice little property for a little bit of, you know, change. Shout out to motherfuckers that know how to seek out the right advice and handle business the right way. And shout out to motherfuckers that go out of their way to pay to make sure shit get done right and not get done the wrong way. Sometimes, you know, we all fall victim to that shit, trying to save a little bit of money, but you don't save none in the end. And shout out to all you motherfuckers that's out there that don't even plan on going back to work after the COVID shit is over with. And shout out to motherfuckers that's like, yeah, well, when COVID is done, man, I'm about to go kick it. Yeah, nigga, where? Stop. So shout out to all you motherfuckers, man, because there's a lot of y'all out there that thinking that shit ain't gonna change. So shout out to y'all, and shout out to a whole bunch of motherfuckers that feel like because it's COVID-19, you ain't gonna take no shower, no bath, and wash your stinking ass. Man, I remember one time I went out with I remember I was talking to this bitch. This was like 20 years ago. Like I said, I was talking to this bitch. This bitch invited me over her house. I said, God damn, I ain't never seen gnats at nighttime. You normally see gnats during the day. I said, did y'all just move? And she was like, nah, we been here. I was like, God damn, what is that stench? It smelled like hot garbage in there. God damn. I mean, this bitch had cups and plates and spoons, and that just was on the couch. Shit. So shout out to you nasty, raggedy motherfuckers that don't want to not only wash and clean your ass, you don't want to clean up. Nasty motherfuckers. God damn. So shout out to y'all. Man, now we about to get into this topic right now. You know what I'm saying? Man. Let's get into it. Man. Jake Gardner, or whatever the fuck his name is. I probably spelled it wrong. It's Gardner, my bad. Let me see if I, let me get this shit right. There we go. Gardner, the anti-black racist. And if you're not familiar with his story, that motherfucker was a bar owner, Caucasian, white supremacist, and he straight out went down there to start some shit. But hid it under the guise of, I'm a store owner. Stop. You got insurance on that. And wasn't nobody even thinking about tearing up your shit. But you went down there looking for trouble. And when you went down there looking for trouble, you ended up shooting this dude, claiming self-defense. And since you all clicked in with law enforcement and clicked in with all them other white supremacists, they didn't even ask interviews from any other people. They just took your statement and, oh, well, you know what? He was in fear for his life. But now the shit is coming out that you were calling a whole bunch of other white people that was out there protesting nigga lover. And why you out here with these fucking niggers and all? See, that was racially motivated, so that should have been a hate crime and not self-defense. Because you went out there to go out there and kill you a nigga. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Why we waiting on the courts to do it? This is where you should put his address online. Put all his information out there. Put all his information out there. Put his family's information out there. Put everything out there. Why y'all waiting for the police department to try him? No, you put his information out there. Put it out there. We so quick to do it to a nigga, we'll put a nigga shit out there in a minute. Why is it when it comes to these white supremacists, we won't air their shit out and put their ass out there and go and stand outside their house and fucking put their shit out there and put their asses on camera and put them on Facebook and put them on Instagram and be like, yeah, this is what this motherfucker's doing. Oh, he's still living his life after he killed an unarmed black man and was calling a whole bunch of white people nigga lovers. So why don't you tell us about that? Then make a motherfucking move. Crowd his space. Do him like a motherfucking NSA did motherfucking Eric Snowden. Where's all my nigga nerds out there that's like, you know what, let's break into his shit and see what the fuck he's doing. Break into his emails. Blast an email out to everybody. This is my address and this is where I live. And put the shit on Instagram. Put the shit on, I'm not saying hurt him, but put the shit out there so motherfuckers can be camped outside this shit. Because let a black motherfucker just shoot a white person and be like, oh, self-defense. You see a brother that was being racially harassed by white people, and then he tried to drive away, and they followed him, and he shot at them because he was in fear for his life. Shit, they locked that motherfucker up. Guilty, nigga. Shit, don't give a fuck about that shit. So why the fuck should you? Time is out for the games, man. Time is out for the playing around in the games. See, we so busy focused on basketball and all this other shit. And then you got all the NBA players that can't figure out what they want to do. And then he's like, oh, well, maybe motherfuckers is worried about their paycheck. Okay, I get it. Because a lot of niggas in the NBA, y'all don't understand. They live in paycheck to paycheck. They are $40 million slaves, man. These motherfuckers don't got like that. They just got more options than you, but not really. Let the NBA shut down. They ain't gonna have no goddamn options except the niggas that's sponsored by Nike or Adidas or Reebok. They'll probably have some bread, but everybody else ain't gonna have shit. So stop waiting for these motherfuckers to protest and do all this other shit. Take action into your own hands. And the reason why I say that is because we gotta start reading and if y'all read the Bible, of all I get under goddamn standing. Get in understanding. So understand exactly what's going on. Read, research, each one teach 21. You know what I mean? I was having a conversation today with this younger cat. I'm like, look, racism and white supremacy is never going nowhere. The Beckys and the Karens, that's never going anywhere. You know why? Because we don't check that shit and nip it in the bud. What we do is we kind of just let it kind of marinate, go on, oh, that's just one person. No. If you know a person and they bringing somebody that's not of your race, another racial group around you, and y'all having a serious discussion about race, and they get to talking and using those dominant society talking points, nip that shit in the bud. I'm not talking about your job. I'm talking about outside your job. If you got friends and they got a person, and once that person Well, all lives matter. Once they say that, nip that shit in the bud and be like, you know what? You need to get away from me. Because that's highly insulting. What you mean all lives matter? Did all lives matter when they killed Trayvon Martin, when they killed Philando Castile, Mike Brown, Eric Gardner, Oscar Grant, Alton Sterling? Stop. Nip it in the bud. Stop allowing these people to just come around you and make these blatant dominant society racist statements, and stop letting people practice anti-black racism around you. Check that shit. Nip the shit in the bud. And you don't have to say a whole lot. Your energy will do more talking than what you're saying a lot of times, and your energy gonna tell you, don't get the fuck away from me with the bullshit. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta stop waiting for these mayors and these police chiefs and all this other shit. We gotta stop being, I would say, mesmerized by the dominant society when they pay you a little bit of attention. Because let me tell you something, that little bit of attention is all falsified advertisement. They don't give a fuck about, look, all these corporations that's jumping along with the bandwagon and jumping along with all this other shit, they just going with the get along. You know, they're going along with it to get along with it so they don't be the outcast of the situation, and then everybody don't flip it on them. That's why you've seen a lot. Look, look. On a bigger scheme of things, they're gonna tank the economy. Now's the time for black folks to get what they need to get. They're gonna tank it. For all my black folks that are not working right now, you know, there's some that are really unfortunately not working. But let me tell you, if you live in Las Vegas, Nevada, Lowe's is hiring. Home Depot is hiring. There's a lot of stores that's hiring. It's just niggas in their ego. So stop it. And I get it. Because you're like, man, I don't want to do that, but it ain't about what you want. Because they about to hit you for the woo-wah. Look, the people that are in charge of this system that make the laws, these are the same people that own slaves. So, yeah, we need to learn the law, and I agree. We need to learn the law. We need to understand about the law. We need to learn the law, and I agree. But, and a big but is this. We need to understand that knowing the law doesn't mean that it ain't going to get you killed. Knowing the law doesn't mean that you're going to get a pass. Knowing the law don't mean you ain't going to go to fucking jail. That doesn't mean any of that. Let's not just take it as, well, I know the law. Well, good for you, nigga. You know the law. But that doesn't mean they ain't going to put your black ass in handcuffs. You need to know common sense, too, and not be emotional and keep your composure. Like I said, I remember one time I was at my mom's house. It was like 2012. About 2012, and I remember on the west side they was doing a sting, and they had to SWAT, and they had to bat around, they was getting ready to kick in somebody's door. So I started watching with my car door open. I'm watching, and they see me watching, so they drove way on the other side of the street to come fuck with me. And I was like, I just said, well, what am I doing? And they didn't have no answer. Do you have your license? I was like, yeah, I do have my license. And then I had my license, and they were like, what are you doing over here? And I was like, my mom lives right here. And they were like, okay, well, we're going to run. I was like, go ahead and run it. And then I said, that's okay. I wonder if Clark County Commissioner Lawrence Weekly know that y'all just rolling up on black people over here and doing that. I'll ask him myself when I talk to him. And they gave me my shit back and they left. And this is pre all this racial shit. Because they don't give a fuck. They're race soldiers. They're there to protect and serve the dominant society. Just like Jay Gardner. He went down there on a mission to kill that brother. Jay Gardner went on there on a mission to kill James Scurlock. And I don't care what nobody say. That was his mission. He went down there to kill some nigga. Because why would you be yelling nigger lover in the crowd? You're only doing that because you don't give a fuck. And you bold enough to do that because there wasn't enough black people around. But this Asian sister had to jump on him. You know, and it's like, man, that's why our brothers and sisters, we got to move as a unit. Don't get out of pocket. Stay within y'all group. You see how the Nation of Islam roll. You see how the Hebrew Israelites roll. They don't just be, you're not fucking with one Nation of Islam. You fucking with them all. You're not fucking with one Hebrew Israelite. You're fucking with them all. You're not fucking with one Jew. You're fucking with them all. Or the so-called Jews. That's why we got to start doing our history and understand what's going on. History will teach you exactly where you're going. And the reason why I'm saying it is because this brother was just out there protesting. But if you hear somebody be like, nigga lover, you are going to be like, well, who the fuck you talking to? What the fuck that mean? But he had a gun and he was out there waving it. And they have not played really all of the video. They've silenced all the witnesses, didn't take no statements because the people that are doing the investigations, those are white supremacists. So why would they go out of their way to do any type of investigation on what the fuck is going on? No, what they're going to do is they're going to silence the shit like they always do. So I'm telling you right now, these are the type of things that we need to be understanding. And in my honest opinion, we have to look at it and we got to watch and be like, well, why would they shut it down like that? Why they're not asking everybody that was over there? And why did he get self-defense because he was on his back? You couldn't have wrestled that guy off of you? Why'd you shoot him? And now it's a stand your ground law and all. Man, stop it. Stop it. They locked up a black bitch in Florida for shooting a warning shot at her dude because he was beating the shit out of her. And they still, guilty bitch, and locked that bitch up. So stop. Stop. That's why I got, look, go read Slavery by Another Name. In Slavery by Another Name, I've told this story a million times, but one of the main things that I remember is that you could be walking down the street and a white person could be like, hey, nigga, you owe me some money. You be like, no, I don't owe you nothing. Yeah, you do, nigga. You owe me $50, which was like $500 in 8 days. And you like, nah, man, I don't owe you nothing. Well, I'm going to go get the magistrate. Basically, I'm going to go get the judge. And then the judge orders law enforcement, the police, slave catchers, to come and get you. You go before the judge, and then the judge says, okay, now you guys are here for what? Well, this nigga owe me some money. And then you like, no, I don't even know who he is, you know, sir, your honor, I don't owe no money. And the judge look at you, look at the white person, guilty nigga, you owe him some money, you gonna go work on his fucking plantation and work off that hard labor. That's what they was doing to niggas. So stop. That white boy went out there to assassinate a nigga and get a thorn in his crown type shit, or get a motherfucking head, feather in his hat. That's what he's getting the badge of honor for that shit. He's military too. And see, motherfuckers be thinking because you black and you white, we in the military and we go kill other motherfuckers together that we got some type of bond. No, you don't. You still a nigga to them. That's why I don't understand why niggas will go fight a war with these white supremacists and then you come back here and still get killed. Who does that? Let me tell you, I'm about to play this video, and it's going to kind of briefly talk about what's going on. Just listen to the coding and everything they say, because they avoided that he's a white supremacist. They avoided all the shit. They kind of kept it on James Skurlock, but still, though. Just listen.
Well, it's been 1 month since an Omaha family lost their son, and they want the shooter to face justice.
James Skurlock died during the height of the demonstrations downtown. The county attorney believes a bar owner shot him in self-defense, and at this point, there are no charges in the case.
That doesn't sit well at all with these demonstrators. They want to meet with Mayor Gene Stothert, and they have a list of demands. KATV News Watch 7's Sarah Feely is here with her big story. Sarah.
They say they'll be outside the mayor's office every day until she hears him out. And that message carried downtown as James Skurlock's family stood in the spot he died and demanded justice too.
It's really hard being here and you look at this circle that represents your brother.
James Skurlock's family hugs as they stand around a circle at 12th and Harney.
My brother was...
I don't see a whole, you can't see a video, but I don't see a whole lot of dominant society motherfuckers in this video. They stood in the back, but I don't see a whole lot of them.
Standing here the night that this man ended up taking his life from him.
One by one, supporters place flowers in the circle, letting the family know they're not alone.
I just want to thank everybody for standing with us in the fight to get justice for him.
Including the woman who says she first took the shooter, Jake Gardner, to the ground exactly 1 month ago.
Just trying to make sure justice is done, I guess. That's what.
A woman took him down. We got to tighten it up, man. We got to tighten it up.
Ultimately.
Demonstrators take the same concerns to Mayor Gene Stothart's office.
We the people demand.
Who the mayor is a Caucasian woman as well, who is clicked in with the police department, clicked in prior with the bar owners and all the fucking white people that own businesses and don't give a flying fuck about James Skurlock. Let's keep it a buck.
following.
They want to see Jake Gardner charged in the Scurlock case. Right now, he's not charged with anything. Other demands include dropping all citations against protesters who broke the curfew. And they want the mayor to address the city's ties with the police union and the budget.
We need to defund the police and propose a people-centered budget that does not allocate 40% of Omaha's operating budget to law enforcement.
They want Stothert to move the money to mental health and other outreach programs.
See, nah. Now that's where I disagree. Fuck all that mental health shit. We want the mayor to get the district attorney to press charges against the murderer who racially went after my brother or my friend and killed him because he was also yelling nigger lover in the crowd and spitting out racial epithets towards black people in this racial climate. So that should be looked at as a hate crime, and we want the mayor to back us. That's what, fuck all that mental health shit. See, that's that alligator roll dominant society bullshit. Like I've said over and over again. Now, why don't you tell the descendants of Harriet Tubman about some fucking mental health? Stop. So basically what you telling me is while we escaping and Harriet Tubman is like, hey, Warren, man, now I got the path to freedom, so let's go. And I'm like, man, but I got to go see my therapist. That bitch gonna be like, man, nigga, if you don't shut the fuck up and get your ass over here before I bop you upside the head with this shotgun, stop. Nigga, we out here getting killed, hanged, and getting our asses whooped, and you talking about mental health. Man, y'all need to stop that shit. No, the dominant society needs mental health because what they have done to us the last 450 years is wickedly brilliant, as the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan says. And another thing that I'll say is this. They're so brilliant, they'll strip away your religion, strip away your culture, strip away everything from you, give you Cesare Borgia, and then create this whole fictitious hierarchy of need for niggas with white people at the top, and then all the niggas are at the base of the pyramid, and then everybody's clawing each other just to get to the top. And then the people that get to the top, they kick the rocks to hit the other niggas so they can fall to the bottom because they basically want to close the door behind them. Y'all created this system. So stop it. And that mayor is going to keep the door closed, and she going to let that shit die down because let me tell you, she don't give a fuck. Because if she did, she'd be right out there front and center. Just like the other mayor of Minnesota. Where the fuck he at? As he pretended like he cared so much about George Floyd. He didn't give a fuck about George Floyd. The fake crying and shit. When they said defund the police, I can't do that. Well then, get the fuck up out of here. So stop it.
Instead.
If you are unable to adhere to these demands, we call for you to resign such that we can build a more perfect Omaha that provides the good life to all residents.
Stothert did not meet with them. Her staff told them they needed to fill out a form and make an appointment.
See how they treated them? Y'all niggas need to fill out a form and make an appointment. You know why? Let me tell you why. Because this ain't getting enough attention. But let me tell you this. If you drum up enough noise and make it bigger, then the bitch will be out there trying to talk to y'all. This right here should tell y'all a month later, these motherfuckers don't give a fuck. They smiling with you and they wait for this shit to pass. They gonna hide behind COVID-19 and COVID-20 and everything else because they don't give 3 fucks about none of these niggas that's getting killed. They don't care. Stop thinking that they gonna care. No, y'all need to put that murderous white supremacist address online, put all this business out there like the NSA would do you. You know the NSA and all the FBI, this is what they do to you when they want to damage your character. They'll start posting all these things. Look, if you go watch that movie, it was about Eric Snowden. They so cold with the shit. They can copy, paste text messages, frame them, put video and make it seem real. That's how cold they are. They do all kinds of shit. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. Just to turn your own people against you and get you off the topic at hand.
We were told that it's going to be 2 weeks at least in social media.
Well, we don't have 2 weeks.
That's inadequate because the budget is supposed to be announced on the 21st, and part of our discussion with the mayor has to do with the fact that 40% of our money is going to cops who kill and shoot us.
They say that's the only way to move forward.
When a government is not serving the people do have a right to usurp it and replace it with a government that's going to serve us. Right now, Gene Stothart's government and this city council is not serving the people.
The city prosecutor says he will dismiss citations against protesters as long as they have no criminal history and no other charges from those demonstrations like assaulting an officer. The mayor's office says she did meet with dozens of citizens and organizations over the last month, all by appointment.
Stop it. That was code word for I met who I wanted to meet with, and I don't give a fuck about what y'all got going on because I don't care. It's just another dead nigga to me. And the thing that kind of trips me out the most is we'll sit there and spout out all these laws, but you notice, oh, well, we have the right to usurp. Well, go ahead and usurp it, motherfucker. Go ahead and usurp the government and see what the fuck they do. Stop. It took a woman to take the nigga down. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of people with their phones out. That's why now when I see some shit, I don't take my phone out. My first thing is, damn, should I go jump in it? Because why take your phone out? They took their phone out with George Floyd and basically videoed him getting executed, getting lynched on TV. Just like motherfucking Philando Castile. If his girl wouldn't have recorded that shit, we would have never known what would happen. It would have been her word against the police officer. Clearly, he could have killed that kid. But you didn't see many. Where was the mayor at then? And everybody come running up to me showing me that goddamn video. And I kept saying, this happens every day. Why? Because it's in y'all face now, so y'all have to deal with it? See, racism is the competition between racial groups for resources. And right now, we don't have any. I was having this conversation the other day. You should only be arguing about resources and lack thereof. You shouldn't be arguing. If you're not arguing about no money, then I don't know what the fuck you talking about. All that other shit and all that, that's what I said. Motherfucker talking about, what's his name? Oh, God, what is his name? August Alsina. And now he was fucking with Jada Pinkett. Why is that news? And I would like to talk to that young brother and say, young brother, that's your business. Why are you telling everybody? You must be hurt. She must have really hurt you. Because why would you even say that? You tricking to me. Why would you tell everybody that? Whether it was true or not. And we more focused on that shit. I had to catch myself like, man, what? And that's exactly how they'll alligator roll you. The dominant society is waiting for the next big story so they could lean and gravitate towards that and pull us away from that because they know we follow them and they could be like, no, it ain't about racism anymore, niggers. August Alsina done fuck Jada Pinkett, so let's talk about that now. Why are we talking about that shit? First of all, no diss to Jada Pinkett Smith, but I'm still upset that you put Snoop Dogg on blast, but you won't even put Harvey Weinstein and Oprah and everybody else on blast, but you want to put Snoop on blast? I feel like you were talking to me. No, what we talking about is that terrible botched plastic surgery job that you got going on. What the fuck is going on? Bitch, you black. You gonna age like everybody else. But motherfuckers don't get it, man. That's all I'm like, man, why is this nigga on TV or whatever telling motherfuckers that? I wouldn't even, but the thing is, why are we even focused on that? Why is that even news? But it's news because we're such an instant gratification type of society now. We just want the next thing. We want the next thing. That's why I could be talking about COVID-19. I'm not talking about that shit. We've been talking about that shit for the last 4 months. Stop. I'll tell you this. These motherfuckers want to tank the economy. They know what they doing. Because if they didn't, then why the fuck would they let the fucking states open up and phase 2 and phase 3 and all this other shit? Then now the government in Vegas talking about, we're back in phase 2. Everybody, if we had these, then the cases would drop. Man, get the fuck out of here then. Why didn't you make everybody wear the mask when you closed everything down? Why did you say everything closed down and everybody need to wear a mask? Stop fucking playing games. Because y'all motherfuckers don't even know what's going on. Stop it, man. With the bullshit. And acting like, oh, well, if we'd have been wearing the mask, that's what I'm saying. Anything to alligator roll you out of the bullshit. And then you going to be like, damn, man. I didn't even know that shit was going on. That's why I often laugh at a lot of this shit because it's almost like, damn, look at that nigga getting shot by the police. Damn, look at that bitch over there. She got a fat ass. That's exactly how niggas are, man. Niggas don't pay. We have no focus at all. And we so busy worried about each other's flaws and whether this person got money, whether this person got money. Like, that's why I tell that story about that sister. And I see that sister to this day with that T-Boz blonde hair, bitch. And she avoids me like the plague. You know why? Because she's embarrassed. because you thought you was gonna view me through the eyes of the dominant society, and then when I gave you the same thing that you gave me, you didn't like it. Because I'm viewing you through the dominant society's eyes. Because that's how, look, they have created this scenario where it's equity theory. It's basically what you bring to the table versus what I bring to the table. That's why most relationships is hard to get off the ground. Most relationships, the fidelity really is the shit that niggas can get over. It's the money that niggas can't get over. And I ain't gonna lie, because I'm one of them. I can't say what I'll do, but most couples, they stick it out over some fidelity issues, but most couples get divorced over money. You been fucking spending the money and nigga go bankrupt, nigga be like, I can't fuck with you over that shit. You know what I mean? And I think that's what it is too. We're not rooted and grounded. When that young brother, James Scurlock, was getting into it with that dude, where are my people at that's like, hey bro, chill out. That motherfucker got a gun. You know what I'm saying? Where are my people that's like, okay, you want to shoot him? Okay, then we'll be waiting for you at your bar then, nigga. But it's like, damn, what the fuck? I'm talking about the people that were right there. And it motherfuckers think, okay, well, we gon' boycott the mayor and say, man, that bitch don't give a fuck. Go make an appointment, niggas. Y'all niggas ain't got no power. Y'all niggas ain't got nothing. They just like the mayor of Vingian and the Matrix Reloaded. When they went to him trying to get the key maker, that nigga was like, man, y'all come to me with, go watch the Matrix Reloaded. That motherfucker was like, nigga, I just built the program to give that bitch an orgasm. So let's watch this orgasm. And they watched the bitch have the orgasm. Because he wrote a program and the cheesecake the bitch was eating or the chocolate cake, and the bitch had an orgasm right at the table. He's like, I wrote that. Basically, I wrote that program. Nigga, I wrote all these programs. Matter of fact, I'm the trafficker of information, nigga. I run all this shit. This is my world, nigga. Fuck out of here. Well, we want the key maker. Well, I don't give a fuck if you want the key maker. You're not getting the key maker. So the fuck out of here. And that's exactly what that mayor's saying. Oh, so you want me to change those laws? You want me to do this? Oh, you gonna do it? You gonna do it? Okay. Show me you gonna do it. The fuck out of here. Go make an appointment like everybody else. See, even in death, even after all that, they'll spit on you, kick you down. They don't give a fuck about no niggas, man. Motherfuckers think it's a motherfucker. Where are all those white people that's marching with y'all? Where are all those people at? You know why? Let me tell you why. Because the majority of those Caucasians that's out there marching, they gonna march with you. They gonna march, but this is how you know they on their side, when they use their white privilege and their influence to make change for black folk. That's when, and I'm not talking about LGBTQ change. I'm not talking about police reform. Police reform ain't nothing but let's move this officer that killed that nigga and put him in another department and change some of the laws and then change the rewording of the laws, but it's the same law, stamp it, and then give it to the people and say, we did police reform, we're doing this. That's all that is. That's not shit that help the people. Stop. But I think a lot of people are so convinced that that is something to help the people, but it's not. It's not going to help the people. Why would they put laws into place that stop law enforcement from killing people? Why would they do that? They're the ones who made up the laws. Qualified immunity and all this bullshit. That's basically, I go out there like motherfucking, like Charles Bronson, with that one nigga with the big ass gun and shit, and just go murk a motherfucker, and then I can hide behind the law and be like, I was in fear for my life and all this other shit. Look at Walter Scott. That motherfucker clearly shot him like 5 times in the back and was getting ready to put the gun right there. Like, oh, he had a gun, but he didn't know he was being watched. Ain't that sad? If nobody was there watching that murder, he would have got off. And Walter Scott would have just been another nigga resisting arrest or some shit. Because they manipulate these body cams. Man, out here in Las Vegas, Nevada, they was like, oh, well, we gonna go back and play the footage in the body cams. That's gonna cost taxpayers another $1. Like, nigga, what? Man, stop playing. As they use, look, let me tell you, want to tell me how you can save money out here in Las Vegas? Why the fuck is it always one cop riding around in a squad car? It should be 2 to a squad car, wasting gas and shit. Just riding around, idling with they fucking AC running and shit. And I just be like, ain't this a bitch? And this is what we paid for? Stop. But a lot of it is too, when you start looking at those laws and you start looking at who instituted, you be like, right. That's why I don't like politicians. They fake and phony. Most people don't even know congressmen, senators, them motherfuckers get free health care for life. But they sitting up there governing your health care and pretending like they fighting for you. Nigga, how is you fighting for me? That's my question. How the fuck is you fighting for me, but you won't give back your privilege of health care and benefits that you get? That's why that mayor treated James Skurlock's people like that. Make an appointment. Because that bitch don't give a fuck. You know why? Because there's so much shit going on. Ain't no attention being drawn to no Omaha. First of all, why the fuck is y'all living out there in the first place? Omaha? Man, get the fuck up out of there and go somewhere else. But then again, how you going to escape the institution of racism and white supremacy? You're not going to be able to escape that shit. Look, let me tell you something. Black Letter, White Walls, I don't give a fuck how many times niggas get mad. I don't care. Between this book and Dr. Frances Welsing's The ISIS Paper, if you don't read those books, shit, you Nearly Fuller Jr. is right. Everything else will confuse you because you're going to be like, most people think racism is just being like, you fucking nigger. No, that ain't racism. It's the power of the person who's saying it. Who is saying it? Is it some motherfucker with no power, or is it a motherfucker with power? The majority of the time, it's some white person that's calling us nigger lover, and all this other shit, and drilling all shit. And as soon as you go to retaliate, a motherfucker will run and hide and play victim and act like, oh my God, this black person's gonna kill me. Just like Amy Cooper. There's a lot of Amy Coopers. It ain't just Becky's and Karen's. There's a lot of Amy Coopers in this world that will get mad and if they see a whole bunch of niggas congregate and... Yes, hello? Yes, I'm in my neighborhood and there's a whole bunch of niggers. I mean, black people. And they're just being ghetto and loud. And can you send it? And they'll be right on that shit. I'll be right on that, man, and come over there with a vengeance. Getting ready to draw down on whoever they can. That's the way they program. Don't forget that shit, man. This is what these motherfuckers do. But, man, hey, I appreciate it. I appreciate all of it. I got to check my email to see if anybody sent me any new books and shit like that. Shout out to everybody that be listening. Like I said, I'm not on here cloud chasing. So if you think this is the cloud chasing podcast, YouTube channel, this is not... Nope, I don't do that shit on here. I'm not finna cloud chase and buck dance and do all this goofy shit to get motherfuckers to watch it. Nah, fuck out of here. I ain't into that shit. I appreciate everybody listening and subscribing. Hey, listen to me while you at work. That's the best time to listen. I tell my nephew, my nieces, everybody, listen to me while you at work. It makes more sense. Because then you can pay attention. A lot of times, we busy. We watching TV, or we reading, or you know, you might be doing somebody's hair, or you getting your hair done, or you getting your hair cut at the barbershop, or you might be trying to smoke your weed and relax, or you want to read your book, or you eating. You know what I'm saying? But when you got free time, that's when I want you to listen to me, because it'll make more sense then. Read, man. We got to study. Each one teach 21. I'm telling y'all right now, the economy is getting ready to tank. Now is the time to get with someone so you can be like, hey, man, how do I go about buying this crib, bro? What do you think? I got a couple of extra $100. What type of stock do you think? Hey, what's going on, Shawnee? Hey, man, look. You know what? Man, I was just, look, don't even trip. I know how YouTube do. No, don't even trip. I know how YouTube do. Listen to me while you at work. I'm going to be on tomorrow. I just had some shit to handle yesterday, so I didn't have time. But today I had time, so I was like, man, let me get on here and shit. But I'll be on tomorrow, probably around 5:30, 6 o'clock. But don't trip. I know YouTube do that shit. That's why I got to start uploading my shit to 4BTube, because I already created an account, so I'm going to start, you know, load my shit up today. I just keep forgetting. But hey, man, I appreciate everybody listening and subscribing. You can go back and listen to it tomorrow. I will be on tomorrow like 6 o'clock. So even if you don't get a notice, just come on my page and I'll be on around 6. Hey, man, but like I said, each one has to teach 21. Each one has to get these books, study them. Let these books be your Bible. Like I said, motherfuckers start talking that religion shit to you. Say, hey, man, I get the religion shit, but right now we got a war out there where no man is safe. So keep it on what it is. Hey, man, it's fucked up out here. And the racist shit is not going to stop. So what we gotta do is we gotta check ourselves and gravitate towards the people that are like-minded and be around people that are intelligent and have their shit popping so you can get on the same page. Hey, man, it's fucked up like I said again. It really is. It's fucked up, man, for that mayor to be like, y'all need to make an appointment, but you can know the law all you want. But let me tell you something. That law don't give you white privilege. And they know white privilege exists. And motherfuckers will not give that up. And that's fine. Because you shouldn't expect them to, because we the chosen people anyway. We're the gods. Period. We're bigger, faster, stronger, tougher. We don't need no motherfucking... Jesse Owens didn't have no fucking HGH. Stop it. And neither did Carl Lewis. So stop. That's why they keep testing Serena and Venus Williams every other week. So they be like, oh, she's on steroids. But the bitch who was getting all the likes and everything else, that was the bitch that was on the steroids and shit. Sharapova. That bitch was on the steroids, if I'm not mistaken. And don't even get me started on Jennifer Capriati, the Italian, who was fucking a dope fiend and selling it to the other tennis players. You notice they don't never bring that shit up. Don't get me started on that shit, man. We're the gods. Trust me. You don't think they think LeBron James is on steroids? They probably test him so much so they can dirty up his fucking whole... They probably thought Jordan too. Like, how are these guys doing that? Because we are the gods amongst men. Don't forget it. So fuck Plato and Socrates and Pythagoras and all these lying-ass motherfuckers. But we'll get on that tomorrow. I appreciate everybody listening, subscribing. I got to run. I got some shit I got to handle. Hey, man, but I appreciate everybody listening. Hey, man, if anybody, you know, fuck with this type of shit, send it to them. If not, guilty, nigga. I'm out. Peace.